friends, it's time for the week ahead tarot reading for Monday, March 24th to Sunday, March 30th, 2025. It's still March, which means we still have a lot of astrology going on. There's so much going on. You can still go back to my other March predictions and see like a lot of information, but we're going to talk about this week in particular. So we've been talking about Venus retrograde. We still are in Venus retrograde, but on March 27th, Venus will move from Aries all the way back into Pisces. I did a whole video just on Venus retrograde, so you can refer to that for more information. On March 29th, we have our new moon in Aries. New moons are typically when we want to manifest, set new intentions. It is the first new moon of the astrological year. However, there is a solar eclipse happening that day. Now, I will say this solar eclipse is only going to be actually visible for it's like a partial solar eclipse, and it's only visible to very small areas of the world. So this is not going to be as nearly big of an eclipse as the lunar eclipse that we just had. I still would not really recommend like manifesting with this new moon, but we will take a look at that. And then a huge transit, because we only experience Neptune transiting a few times in our lifetime. It takes like many years for Neptune to move from one sign to another. Neptune is going to be moving into Aries on March 30th. The last time that Neptune was in Aries was, I'm looking at my notes here because I got to remember these dates, was in 1875. Okay, the last time Neptune was in Aries was in 1875. It was in Aries from 1861 to 1875. So this is new territory for us. We don't really, we haven't experienced this before. It takes about 165 years for Neptune to make its way around the zodiac. And it's going to be in Aries until 2038, 2039. It's going to be like dipping back and forth from Aries to Taurus because it'll go into retrograde motion in 2038 and 2039. So we're going to be experiencing Neptune in Aries for a long time. And I do want to talk a little bit about that energy so that you know what to expect. So with Neptune in Aries, it's a time of new methodology and new energy and action around science, medicine, politics. And the last time Neptune was in Aries, some significant things that happened were the American Civil War, Darwin's theory of evolution. So those are just a couple of big ones. There's lots of big things that happened in that time, but it's just like really big changes. It's a time of like reforming ideals, and the fact that Neptune in Aries is a time of that. And so is Pluto in Aquarius, which we're already in. And those two things are happening at the same time. There's a lot going on. 5 of Wands. What does this make you think of? This global conflict, okay? Conflicts will be happening. I'm not saying that they're happening on March 30th. It's just like in the time that Neptune is in Aries and Pluto is in Aquarius, there's going to be more and more global conflicts, okay? That doesn't mean it's going to necessarily affect you every single day of your life, but that is just something that you do need to be aware of. So we're going to now kind of shift our focus though into like what you need to be looking at in your day-to-day world, okay? Because yes, there's the global energy and the collective energy, but there's also what's happening in your day-to-day. And it is very possible for things to be chaotic and awful globally on a given day, and you could still have a really beautiful, wonderful day. Okay, so we're going to take a look at what you need to know personally for this week ahead. So thank you, Spirit. What do my YouTube subscribers need to know for this week ahead from March 24th to March 30th, 2025? What do they need to know for this week ahead from March 24th to March 30th, 2025? What do they need to know? I know some of you guys are not going to like this because the first card that came out was the Tower. And I know that there's this resistance to the Tower. There's the fear of the Tower. And honestly, the more you fear the Tower, the more it's going to come. When you can allow the Tower to do its thing, right? An eclipse, and we're in the eclipse season. Eclipse, this is exactly what's supposed to be happening. Certain things are being shaken up for you so that you don't take with you things that are no longer for you, okay? And goes all the way back to my March predictions. The Tower was a really big force then. And it makes sense because the Tower is Mars. Okay, this is Mars energy. Aries is ruled by Mars. The month March is named for Mars. The Tower is present, okay? It makes sense. It doesn't mean that every single thing in your life is going to be like that you're going to have upheaval in literally every single area. Seven of Cups. It's showing like there's some good things in your life that are going to stay, and there's some areas of your life that like it's not actually the best for you. So the Tower is having you face that and take away the things that are no longer in vibration with you, okay, so that you can move to the next level for your highest good. If you try to fight this off, and the more you resist this, the more it's going to be painful with the Nine of Wands. I do get the sense that some of you are really like putting your guard up, and I want to invite you to remember that like this doesn't mean that you, while the world has some scary things going on, that doesn't mean that you need to close yourself off to love. The most revolutionary thing that you can do on the day-to-day basis is to be loving and to put that energy of love out into the collective, thinking loving thoughts, sending loving energy, engaging in living activities. That's the best thing that you can do, as within so without. The Magician on the bottom of the deck is to take that energy and put it into the world, okay? What else? I do feel like for some of you, because we are also still in Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, it seems like there's going to maybe be some contact, some communication from somebody from the past who you did maybe not think you were going to hear from again. And yeah, you thought it was complete World card, and I feel like there's some yeah, oh my goodness. I feel like you actually healed from this with the Star card, and there's this unexpected communication coming in with the Page of Cups. And it's coming to you, okay? This is definitely not suggesting that you pick up the reins and go towards somebody else with the Chariot card, but I do feel like this is very much because of Venus retrograde. And Mercury, oh my goodness. Venus and Aries, where we're retrograding right now. Mercury card, the Magician, is retrograding. So there's some communication coming in from a past person. This doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic connection. It could be any sort of past person, just somebody who it was significant. A significant person from the past, I feel like, is coming, giving communication, and your guard is up, and I actually think like kind of rightfully so. Tell me more about what is happening here. Your guard is up because I think they hurt you. Yeah. They hurt you. I feel like they're trying to come in now in like a loving way, but I'm not sure that the way that they're coming in is enough to overcome the past hurt with the Knight of Cups and the Three of Crystals. I do see the High Priestess and the Seven of Crystals. Okay, I feel like trust your intuition here. Trust that like they're basically coming in because of Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde. I don't think it's to stay. It's almost like they're feeling kind of guilty. I feel like they're coming into because I feel like they're coming in more for them than they are for you. Even if they're apologizing, it almost seems like their apology is like for them, than not for you. I don't see this lasting. Yeah, I feel like they're not going to they're not really here to put in the work, is what I'm getting. I feel like they're just kind of coming in trying to alleviate their own guilt. So yeah, take that as it resonates and do with it as you will. All right, we're getting the Neptune card. So let's take a look at what we need to know about this Neptune transit on a personal level, especially right now, right? Neptune is going to be in Aries for 13, 14 years, but what do we need to know on the personal level like now? Thank you, Spirit. What do we need to know on the personal level now? This collective, this YouTube subscriber collective about Neptune in Aries. So, you know what? Sometimes, like, on a personal level, when a planet makes a big transit and it's revolutionary, it can be revolutionizing in your life in a really good way. Maybe you become more spiritual. Maybe you are open to new types of love. Yeah, this is transformative for you. There's a transformation here. I say the Death card, but I'm actually not getting that this is like a painful transformation. It's almost like, because I see the Six of Cups, it's like you being able to access a different type of love because you are... like it's like a revolutionary look at love. I see the King of Cups here too, and so this doesn't seem like a bad thing necessarily. Page of Wands, you're more courageous. Queen of Crystals, like exploring in a different way. I actually really love this. Look at this, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Crystals, the King of Cups. It's like having a whole new this is giving very Aries energy, but like a whole new sense of like a new perspective, a new way of looking at things, an expansion of your mind, and then therefore like an expansion of your heart. And so maybe an area where you have been feeling stuck for a while, Hanged Man is Neptune, that maybe you are going to be able to, guys, I was talking about love. You're going to feel less stuck. You've maybe been kind of blocked off, guarding yourself, and now the Lovers. Judgment, it's kind of up to you. Here's the Pluto card too. This combination of Pluto and Aquarius, which is the revolutionary energy, and then the Neptune in Aries energy combining on a personal level can be a very positive thing. And I feel like this could be guiding you towards the answers that you've been seeking all along. Hermit card, towards maybe your Emperor, if you know, or if you are the Emperor, like Emperor and Queen of Stars here, right? So take it as it resonates for you, but like this can be a positive thing for you. Okay, oh my gosh, I just saw the Ten of Cups. I'm seeing the King of Crystals here too. Yeah, it's like a whole new perspective, and in the way that you can interact in relationships. Revolutionary love is what I'm getting. Revolutionary love. So personal level doesn't necessarily have to be bad. I do think for some of you, you're like, oh my God, that means it's my ex. I feel like part of like revolutionary love is new, right? A change. It's not necessarily holding on to somebody from the past. Four of Stars. This is shaking things up for your greater good. It's a completely new perspective towards something better, a different type of energy. Six of Stars, very balanced connection, fairness, equitable relationship. Empress energy, abundance in love, abundance in emotional connection. The Justice card here too. That equitable energy, and like maybe the way that you view things as being equitable, or the way that you view somebody like being on the same level as you, it's like a shift in this. Emperor and Empress though here now, both, right? Divine counterpart energy, Justice card. Celebration and victory with the Six of Wands. So this can be a good time. Personal level, this can be good. We're starting something new that we've never experienced before. It can be positive for you. Fool and Ace of Stars. So on the global and political level, it might be scary, but on a personal level, it could be good. So yeah, Nine of Cups. Your wishes could be fulfilled during this time, and I hope they are. It's a 14-year period. Let your wishes be fulfilled. So I hope this helps and gives you some guidance for this week, especially regarding that communication that seems to be coming in from somebody from the past. Let the things fall away that need to fall away, and be ready to expand the loving energy that you put out into the collective, because we all need it.